Rick, first of all, in terms of lineups, how close is Jason Demers?
Really close. We say game time, but I'm pretty sure he'll play tonight. I think he had a good morning skate today, and he's been working hard the last week, so he looks pretty good.
LA was pretty much a no-show, but Winnipeg, it seemed like the team righted its ship. Didn't get what you wanted in the end, but in terms of the compete level, is it closer to what you were looking for?
Well, it was better. I think we set a pretty good bar standard in the month of January. I thought, like I said, our D-zone coverages and limited chances against were really good, like one of the highest in the league. So I think we set that bar, and then obviously the Dallas game, the second period, the LA game, I think we were really disappointed in the effort. And then I think Winnipeg, when they got that quick lead, I think we settled down and we limited them. That's a Stanley Cup favorite team. I thought we did a nice job. We just had a couple opportunities that we didn't score the goal.
Two-part question, Derek Stepan from the other night and what he means to the young kids that he's playing with.
Well, when guys are struggling like Heller and those guys, I think he can add a calmness. When you're not scoring, as a young guy, you start, obviously, even an older guy, you squeeze the stick, but I think an older guy can keep telling them, if you do the right things, you play inside the dots, you keep doing the right, you're going to eventually score. If you cheat the game in the sense that you're looking for a breakaway or you're playing the outside, that slump's going to get longer and longer. So I think Steps kind of trying to teach these guys to continue to do the right thing, stay inside the dots, go to the net, shoot the puck, and good things will happen if you continue with those good thoughts and those good plays. And I think that's important.
Is it Ronto tonight?
Yeah, Rance will go back in.
He was pretty candid about that he just wasn't on top of his game, so expecting a bounce back here tonight.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because he had a good January and unfortunately has the accident, and he said he had a tough time picking up some of the pucks, and they had those three shots that were all at top shelf on him, and he probably wanted one or two of those back. But yeah, I mean, he's the type of guy that I thought he's played well that in the month of January. Got to get him back in there and get some games again.
What are some of the challenges that the Minnesota Wild present tonight?
Well, I think they have a lot of depth. I think they got the most points in the league from their defense, which is something that we as wingers, we can always say the defense, but as wingers we got to make sure that we track them well, and we're really good in the slot because they're not afraid to go down low to make a play. They just don't stand the blue, and they're very active. So when you play a team that's very active and they have defense like that, they play as five-man units, but they have a lot of depth, and they're a hungry team. They're trying to get a solid position to make the playoffs. We're going to run into those type of teams, and they play well at home. They got a great home record, so it's a big challenge.
I'll ask you a tactical question. It happens all the time, but you had a guy lose a stick the other night, and it cost you. It looked like they were waiting him out. What do you want to see there in 2018 if that happens?
Well, you really want to switch with the winger that's strong to the bench, so the strong side. So you'd like to see at that point Archie just switch with Panic. Mm-hmm. Now he's close to the bench; he can get the stick in his hands. If that doesn't happen, we were fine actually. We had 3-1 up top. Really. One of our defense didn't box out. If he takes Patan's stick, there's no goal. So it was really that was the mistake. But you'd like to see them switch and try to get the guy to the strong side of where the bench is.
Hey, Rick, as the league ramps up and we get down to about the last 25 games, there are a lot of young players on this roster that haven't had this workload. So what are you looking for out of them down the stretch, and how can they, manage their game knowing that they have really never played this many?
Well, it's important for me as a coach to teach them that eating healthy, just getting their sleep, all that stuff to be a pro. I mean, they're used to doing it for 2-3 months. Now they're doing it for 6. It's a lot harder to do the right things for a longer period of time. And mental toughness. I mean, that's as a young kid, that's probably something you always work on, hockey IQ and mental toughness, and that's something as a coach that I have experienced, and I relay that experience to these young guys because they're going to hit the wall, and I can feel some guys have hit the wall. I got to get these guys to reboot themselves, and that's maybe trying a little different, maybe tweaking the lineup in this system, maybe practices, tweaking practice, re-energize them. That falls on me to re-energize, not the same old thing. I think sometimes you have to think out of the box for young guys to get them re-energized, and that's something I got to have to start to think, especially these last 30 games.